Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Roblox with B. Today's video is yet another episode of the Alphabet City. This is going to be the fifth and final part of this series. Today we will be doing letters U through Z. If I'm going to be honest, I'd say these last few letters are probably the most difficult to think of places for. So for U, I decided to do Ursula's cave. You know, Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I used a bunch of inspo pictures from Pinterest and I ended up with this. I used vines and cactuses for that exterior. Used a bunch of nice little lights, and then the interior I initially based off a picture, and then I decided to just make it a whole little house with a bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, and living room. And then for V, I decided to go with a volcano. If I'm gonna be honest, the volcano is probably like the most simplest build inside of this city, excluding the campsite. Honestly, it is the most simplest. It's like more simple than the campsite, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, honestly. So for the exterior, I'm doing a nice little gray stone vibe thing, and then I added a roof and decided to make the roof at the top. I used a mansard one, so at the top I could do a little pool water, the Gatorade water on top, and I added in these little vines in the color red, and then I decided to add a ladder in the back so you could enter, and the inside is just like the same volcano effect as it is on the exterior. And then for W, I decided to go with a washroom. I feel like public restrooms is probably something I need in the city, considering a lot of like the big monuments don't have any restrooms. For example, like the museum, bakery, campsite, parliament, all of that. I'm honestly making the washrooms very 2020, 2021 old Bloxburg, before the realistic era. So making these stalls was very difficult considering the shape. Then I decided to just add in a little pillar and like try to duplicate the washrooms for both of them. And for X, I couldn't really think of anything, and then I decided to go with an x-ray room, x-ray station. I added in these little roof things over the sun chairs so it looks like the x-ray machine. I decided to paint it in a more x-ray machine type colors. I turned that part of the roof into a black color just so it looks like it's going inside into oblivion. Fun fact, last time I was inside of one of those, it was 2017, I believe, when I was in the hospital. Anyways, so I'm making the walls this nice little light stone color, the off-white, the color everyone uses. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the final project of this little x-ray room. So that's the waiting room, and then we go in here. All the rooms look identical. I'm changing this into x-ray machine, like x-ray scans, and then with the machine and the little desk for the doctors to view your scans on. I'm making them all look identical just because it's easier to do that than it is to just do each an individual one like on its entirely own. And then for Y, I decided to go with a yurt. I actually had to Google ideas for Y. I was like debating between this or like a yogurt shop, but like yogurt would be like froyo. But then I decided to just go with a yurt. A yurt is a portable home in a circle. It's like a tent, but I decided to not make it circular and made it shaped like a Y, but it's still a little home. Most yurts seem to only have like one room, maybe two, including the bathroom and like the main room. The main room as in like living room, kitchen, bedroom, all together in one. Anyway, so this is our little yurt. I decided to kind of base it off of the rustic thing, and then I'm going to add in more lights and change the roofing, but we're just gonna move on to Z. I ended up doing that like off camera. Anyways, for Z, I'm making a zoo, but like it's very difficult to try and like get it to be perfect because like I obviously don't want it to be shaped weirdly. I decided to use the grand hedge with these little like fences, the garden hedges, because I feel like it gives off very much zoo entrance vibes. And then I decided to make little cages and used prison things as their little doors and windows from the cage. I would honestly say the zoo went pretty well. I in fact made my own decals for V Zoo, but then I decided to go and like copy paste Bloxburg decals for the animals such as the zebras, the giraffes, the monkeys and rhino, and then the 3 bears, which are grizzly, panda, and polar. And then over here I put lion, panther, and leopard. So after spending 982,459 Bloxburg dollars, we are finally finished this 5-part series of the Alphabet City. This project took a lot of time and effort alongside Bloxburg money. It took me approximately 3 months to complete. Part 1 was all about building the exteriors and laying out the groundwork for all the letters A to Z. And then part 2 was all about building the interiors for letters A through F. And then part 3 would be letters G through M. And then part 4 was N to T. And finally, this episode was letters U through Z. So let me list off all the things we've built in the city. An apartment, bakery, campsite, domes, Eggsmart, a financial institute, a gym, a hospital, an igloo, a jail, kiosks, a library, a museum, nursing home, opera house, parliament building, a quarry, a ranch house, a shoe store, the Titans Tower, Ursula's Cave, a volcano, a couple of washrooms, an x-ray room building thing, and a yurt alongside a zoo. I feel like all the builds took a lot of time and effort and a lot of money. Even though this might be the end of this series, there are still plenty of series to come on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye!